wondered where he'd ended up.
Oh.
He's always been a little cryptic, but he's as deadly as they come.
Haywire service bots. Their masters have long since fled. Decommission them.
Okay, so if you're just joining us, we are on Promethea, and we just met Zero, and we are now raiding a weapons depot that Maliwan is using. Maliwan is a rival weapons manufacturer, corporation, whatever you want to consider it as, but yeah, that's kind of the backstory of what we're doing right now. Now, also, I made a decision, executive decision, if you will, that I'm going to make these episodes only like close to 30 minutes in length for the next few, just because, I mean, honestly, when they're an hour long, it's kind of hard to talk about the same concept for an hour. I mean, it's also kind of hard to talk about these things and play, but, you know, that's part of the fun. We're going to keep killing things, blowing things up, and I'm going to keep teaching you computer science for free. Well, it does cost a like and a subscribe. Why not, you know? But anyways, you don't have to. I'm going to keep making them either way, so it don't matter. But anyways, today's topic is Linux. Now, say you were able to either partition your hard drive on your computer to either boot up in Linux or your regular operating system, and you're able to boot into Linux. Or you can also do the option of using virtual machines by Virtualbox, OpenVM. Yeah, there's a few, and I'll try to include links in my description on how to do that. But basically, this is assuming that you somehow have Linux. Now, Virtualbox is basically a virtual computer, or like a simulated computer on your computer. I know, computerception. And basically, that allows you to run a different operating system, like Linux. You can also do virtual boxes for other Windows machines or Mac machines, doesn't matter, but for these purposes, you're going to want Linux. Anyways, once you're in Linux, the main place you're going to be is called the terminal. It's also known as a console, or command line, or a CLI, a command line interface. But either way, that's just a bunch of fancy talk for the terminal. Well, okay, sorry, I should say the terminal is what most people refer to it as. But, I mean, people should know what you're talking about if there's any of those terms. Anyway, it's really helpful for programming. And programming is how you pretty much learn computer science. You demonstrate your knowledge of all the subjects through actual computer code written in program files. Okay, back to Linux. So navigating the terminal is very important, and it's very simple once you get a few commands down. So basically how the terminal works is it starts up in a directory, and you're there. Just like if you were to open up a file explorer, and that's what I was talking about the last time with as a GUI, a guide user interface. That's File Explorer on a Windows machine. So when you're looking through your files, that's a GUI. I mean, you can click on different files, you can double click on a file or a folder to open that folder and see all the contents of that folder, stuff like that. And incidentally, those are the first basic commands for a Linux terminal that you would learn, is how to basically mimic that behavior and be able to go into different folders or directories, as they're called in Linux, and be able to see the files that are contained therein. So, say you're in Linux, you open up a terminal, and once you have the terminal running, it'll just be like a little black rectangle, and you won't be able to click anything. You'll just have your keyboard, so you can type text and hit enter. So, well, let's go ahead and let Zero talk. I'm gonna do some stuff. Lower security field. Oh, something he's waiting on us to do.
Brilliant! That weapons depot should be easy pickings now.
Incoming dropships. Is that Atlas?
Negative. We made them angry. Prepare for counterattack. Maliwan dickheads. Need a gun?
Trying to get that critical spot, which is that little tube on his back. Not doing too well. Alright, how about it? Grenades are awesome. Oh, that's Zero. It doesn't matter, like I said, friendly fire is not a thing on this game. Now, if you're playing with other people, you might be able to hurt them, depends on your game mode. But, yeah. So, anyways, back to Linux. The very most important commands you need to know are CD and LS. Now, CD stands for change directory, and LS stands for list directory contents, or just list. Okay, and why are these important? Well, CD is actually how you would mimic what you would do in the GUI by clicking on different folders and checking out the contents of different areas. CD changes directory, so that it allows you to move to different folders, different directories. But before you start using CD, you need to know that if you just type CD and hit enter, it'll move you to the home directory for your user that you're logged in with. So, you know, and basically whenever a user is created in Linux, they're created with a home directory. That's where all of their stuff is supposed to be located. That's actually where the default folders of, or default directories of things like desktop, downloads, favorites, I don't know, there's a few that are there. And to see what's there in your directory, you use the command ls. So you just type ls, and these are all lowercase, by the way. Case matters. It is case sensitive. So you're in the terminal and you type ls and you push enter. So that means you execute the ls command or the ls executable. I mean, that'll be kind of important later, as all of these commands are basically programs or tools. Now, once you hit ls and push enter, it'll show you all of the contents of the current directory. So, there you can see all your stuff. And if you're in your home directory, which you can do by just typing CD and hitting enter, you should be able to use ls and see like desktop, downloads. I don't have a computer right in front of me, so I can't really remember what the rest of them are, but it's basically a lot of the generic folders or directories that are at the base level. Okay, so now, once you know how to do ls, then you can do CD or change directory. So say you want to go check out what's on your desktop. I mean, yes, obviously you could just downsize or minimize the terminal window and take a look at what's on your desktop, but this is another way to do it. So you can do CD space, and I'm pretty sure it's capital D, desktop. Something else worth noting is the terminal has tab complete. It's usually turned on. I mean, there might be some rare flavors of Linux that don't have it by default, but pretty sure every Linux does. Anyways, so if you start typing, so you type CD space capital D, and then you want to do the ES, you know, at least a couple of letters so it knows the difference between you meaning document or desktops, or documents, desktop, or downloads. You know, those all start with a D, so you got to add a couple letters. Anyways, once you start typing, then just try pushing tab. Once you push the tab button, it should autocomplete what you're trying to do based on what exists there. So since you're in your home directory and you have downloads, documents, and desktop, depending on what letters you type, like DES or DOW or DOC, so you can't even get away with typing just DO because it'll get confused and it'll say, well, do you mean documents or downloads? Anyways, so you type the DOW, or no, sorry, we're trying to get to desktop. So you're typing this into the command line, CD space capital D ES, and then you can push tab, and then it should fill out the rest of your command for you to say CD desktop. Alright, and then you push enter, and you are now moved to the desktop directory. And once you're there, you can type ls and enter again to see what are the contents of that directory. Now you'll be doing a lot of CD and ls. Those are very important to know, be comfortable with. I mean, and pretty much anywhere you go, it's just good. It's just handy because you just want to see like what's in there. You know, is this what I'm looking for? If not, and there's also a lot of tools built in. Yep. To find specific files, folders, or directories. Let's see, give 0. Oh, I took the gun, but I didn't give him the upgrade. There you go.
Thank you. Look at this.
Let's look at this.
Monomolecular edge. Translation: cool sword.
Hey, it's Reese's best friend Zero stealing my tech. What's wrong? Atlas not cutting it anymore? My offer still stands. It's not too late to come work for Malawan. And you must be the Vault Hunter Tyreen warned me about. You know what? I don't even have time for you. I'll let my superior forces do the talking.
That's Katagawa, head of Malawan mergers and acquisitions. That guy is a douche, and he's way obsessed with Reese. It's kind of creepy. With this new upgrade, I can cut Malawan shields. Stand back and watch this.
I don't know why we walked all the way around, but we did. And ta-da!
Walls cannot hold us. Now to take down Gigamind. That is our mission.
I have never hunted a Gigamind, but I look forward to seeing it die.
Malawan A-Rye. All their secrets in one place. A juicy target.
So we will crack open Malawan's head and root around for secrets.
Precisely the plan. Meet at Halcyon Spaceport. Now the hunt is on. Yeah, Officer Above, shoot it.
Okay, well, I'm struggling to do combat. Let's continue with the topic. So Linux, you got CD and you got LS, and you know it's good to kind of write these down somewhere. Although CD and LS you should be able to remember. But anyways, so now that you know how to change directories and see what's there, so you can see where you can move. I guess I should also mention, so with CD you can specify an actual file path, and that's really handy because if you already know where you want to go, rather than doing CD to go to home, or wait, actually I forgot a very critical part of CD. Now let me do my skill point real quick because I keep forgetting that. Let's see. Nice. It's like a transfusion skill. Okay, anyways, so with CD you can also do CD dot dot. Now what CD dot dot, or so, sorry, space, CD space dot dot, there you go. So CD space dot dot means move up one directory in the file tree. So say you use CD desktop to get into your desktop directory. Now you're in desktop directory. Alright, now say you want to go back and you want to just go back to home. Now you could do CD and hit enter and that'll take you home. Or you can do CD.
Stairs. Looks like he was testing an experimental stair climbing module. Oh, I see the problem. He didn't turn it on. What a dead idiot. That module might come in handy for my new friend.
Okay, so yep, stairs. Claptraps can't do stairs. A little backstory for you. Alright, so anyways, with CD, I mean, typing CD and hitting enter really only works to send you home, to your home directory. That's it. So say you went down a couple layers and you wanted to move back up. Say you did CD space desktop and you went into your desktop and you have a folder or a directory located at your desktop named, I don't know, test 1 or something, or pictures. Maybe you have a pictures folder on your desktop. And so then you do, once you're in the desktop,
and I've got a job for you. Those Calypso twins live for attention, right? So I say we take it away by turning their own broadcast towers against them.
okay, so that's another side mission on top of all the other side missions. Might be dying. First. Alright, so basically what this side mission is they have radio towers. I don't know where this one is, but anyways, you can sabotage their broadcast. Oh, wait, I saw it. There it is. See in the mini-map in the top corner? It means it is up there. I think I kind of remember this one now. Let's try climbing up there. And get some lootables. And yes, I'm totally ignoring all the Malawan soldiers down there. Oh, look, it tells you where to go. And there it is. You use this, sabotage.
Taking that COV filth off the radio is important. Now we can replace it with my kind of filth.
Goliaths out there. Maybe don't shoot him in the dome.
And you can change stations to something else.
Knew there was a reason I kept you around.
Hey, that's Torg. Alright, cool. Alright, back to the computer science. So, yeah, say you're in desktop, and you want to go into your pictures directory that's located on your desktop. So, you just do CD space pictures. And you got to spell it the same way, too. Like I said, it is case sensitive. you know, when navigating to something or trying to open something, using something, always make sure that you have the right capitalization. And also, it's good practice not to name directories or files with spaces, because if you use spaces, then every time you try to use that, you got to put it in quotes. Otherwise, it'll think it's like 2 files or 2 directories rather than just 1. So, and actually, that brings me to an interesting topic about Camel Case versus Snake Case. So in computer science, there's a lot of times where you can't use spaces, or you don't want to. If you want to keep things organized and keep them together, you really want to avoid using a space in the names. So, how programmers get around that is they'll either use Camel Case or Snake Case. Now, if you're programming in Python, and that's actually the first language we'll be talking about in this series, you want to use Snake Case. So in between each word, you would actually put an underscore. So they're still connected, but and to make one big long word technically, but you can easily tell which words are separate, unique words. Now, Camel Case, think of a camel with its humps. It goes up, down, up, down. So with Camel Case as a naming convention, you usually start with a lowercase for your very first word. So you could say, like, I want to name my folder or my directory the pictures folder. Okay, well, that's a little weird, but you know what? People do what they want, and you can. You totally can. So with Camel Case, you would have a lowercase t, the, and then an uppercase p, then the rest of it lowercase, pictures, then uppercase d, directory. So, and that's how you do Camel Case versus Snake Case. Snake Case would be usually all lowercase. I mean,
for long. Atlas and Malawan, we're hashing things out the corporate way. Reese doesn't get it yet, but when this is over, we'll all be one titanic happy family.
Somehow I think I should be in a
Small
car.
stuff, Vault Hunter. Not worth my time. Mess with my Gigamind, though, and that'll change. You keep playing under the feet of giants, you're gonna get stepped on.
Yeah. Okay, so Snake Case, Camel Case. A little off topic for the whole Linux thing, but we're only a little over halfway through this video, so we got time. Alright, and plus, Linux terminal isn't really all that complicated. I mean, it's...
Rise and Grind's deserted, but there should be a barista bot you can call up. They're, really annoying, but the coffee's worth it.
Okay, so that's actually the beginning of one of the side missions that we picked up by talking to Lorelei, so we're not going to worry about that just yet, because that's a whole thing that I don't want to get into right now. What we're going to do is we're going to kill a Gigamind.
Gigamind is here. Expect intense resistance. This is the fun part.
Ding-a-ling, ring the bell, need the coffee.
Lorelei still thinks we're going to try and get her coffee. Okay.
This fight is a test. Show your true skill in battle. I will be watching.
Oh, and actually, let's do this a little bit. Before we go into a nice little battle here, I like that. And I kind of like my shotgun. I might just keep that, because here's a little pro tip. You don't want to have like 2 pistols, 2 assault rifles, or 2 shotguns, because while you're cycling through weapons, you're going to use your ammo twice as fast. So it's always good to do, like I have here, I've got an assault rifle. As you can tell by the picture, there's an assault rifle. Pistol, and shotgun. And that's honestly pretty good. Oh, I do want to check out my grenades real quick. I don't have anything. Let's do a compare. Okay. Actually, you know what? This does a lot more damage. And honestly, I don't care about health so much. I mean, it is nice, but I did just do a transfusion skill with my pet. Anyways, back to Linux. So you got CD, you got LS. Those are the 2 basic, most useful. Enough, Lorelei. I'm not doing it. At least not now. But yeah, CD and LS. Those are the main things that you absolutely have to know for Linux. And then after that,
Yes.
one of my buddies is talking on this. Nice. Wonder if they're watching this right now. Yo, JB, are you watching right now? Maybe.
With your
Alright, well either way, I'm going to continue with the lesson. So, symbolic links. Let's talk about that real quick. So when I said earlier the CD space ... that means go to the directory up one level. So the ... is actually a symbolic link, meaning the next higher directory. So, so another good one to know is just a single dot. Now single dot stands for current directory. And that's going to be useful later when you start trying to run files or add file paths, stuff like that. Now let's see. Oh man. Use some grenades that we use. That. There we go. No, that's okay. You just gotta kill someone else. Okay, so enough, Lorelei. We ain't doing it. I should have never approached the coffee stand. Get the geek in mind. Crit hits for the head. Alright, so, yeah, dot and dot. And now, the reason I bring this up is because part of knowing Linux commands is also knowing what flags or options you can use or set when you're running that command. So with the ls, like we just learned, you can use -a, lowercase a, because again, case matters, and that will show you all of the files. Now you might be like, well wait, I thought it should just show all the files anyway. Well no, there's some files called hidden files that usually start with a period or a dot.
What's that? You smell some prey?
So, oh, inventory's full. Alright, let's get the brain.
That will at least hold recently processed data and faults during death.
I will keep it separate from the others.
And let's see
Return
what
to the
Luke's
base and send that data to Reese. I have more to kill.
Ooh, I like that. Let's get rid of some garbage. Okay, so the reason I bring up that is because there is a manual page for every Linux command available. And the way you access this is you do man and then the command. So for ls, if you want to know what you can do with the list function, you can do man ls. And again, that stands for manual. It's not some chauvinistic thing. That's just how they abbreviated manual. So anyways, you do man ls, and then you can see all the different flags that you can set. Specifically, the one we're talking about is the -lowercase a. So if you do ls -lowercase a, you will see the dot and the dot directories. Now, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to cd to dot because that just means you're changing directory to the directory you're in, so nothing will happen. It will seem like it didn't do anything. But, like I said, you can do a cd ... and you'll go up one directory. Now, man pages are useful because everything in Linux should have a man page, and there are a lot of different functionalities to every command, and it's good to familiarize yourself with them. Alright, so we got CD. Alright, let's go ahead and do the dang coffee mission just so she'll stop talking about it. Coffee fiends. Alright, so right, Linux terminal and commands. So now that you know how to change directories, you might want to know how to access files. And there's a few ways to do that. Yes, Lorelei, I got it. She's gonna keep doing that until we do the mission. Alright, you push the button, you get the barista.
Oh, hey. What can I do to, like, help you or whatever?
I need some Arcturian Super Black.
Ooh, can't do it. Power cord just blew out, and I can't do the coffee thing without the power.
Of course! But it's okay. It's okay. Right, there's a Malawan heavy nearby. Calls himself Core Daddy like a real arsehole. Bloke's got a power core built right into his suit. That'll get us up and running.
Ah, yes. Ubiquitous power core problem. Naturally.
Alright, so
You know, it's funny. I used to say things like, I'll kill anyone who talks to me before I've had my coffee. But now I literally might. I don't know, that's just funny to me.
okay. Yeah, we can steal this car. Alright, and what I'll probably do is I'll probably type a lot of these commands in the description of this video. Oh, especially since we only got 5 minutes left in this video. So, yeah, we'll do that. And we might do a part 2, because yeah, 5 minutes is really not enough to go over all of what I wanted to in Linux. So, and it's a little harder to play games and instruct. But again, I like the idea, I like the concept. I mean, just by watching these videos when you're bored, you might actually learn something. So, oh man, that's right. This guy shoots those things. Okay, so you gotta be careful of those. You can shoot the things that he throws on the ground. You can also shoot his critical spot. Yep, like right there. Oh no, 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 nope. Aha. Will I make it? Probably not. Nope, I can't revive by shooting. Nope, this might be it. This might be dead. Oh, so close. Okay. Anyways, back to Linux. So, CD and LS and man pages. That's about all we've covered so far. Other good ones are CAT, C-A-T. And what that stands for is concatenate. Now, say you go to your desktop and you have a file there. Just like a normal text file with some text in it. Maybe like a couple of sentences. You know, for this example. So say you want to see the contents of that file. Well, once you're in the desktop directory, you can do ls to verify that you see the file, and that's another thing. Without full file paths, you have to just be in the actual directory of the files you want to work with. So you're in the desktop file. Oh, yep, there's this thing again. Yeah, those things are tricky. Alright, so say you want to see the contents of a text file. Say it's just test.txt. Very simple text file containing a couple sentences of text. Alright, so once you're in that directory, type cat and then the file name, test.txt. And once you're there, oh man, it's about to be a repeat of what we just did. Not cool. Okay, so cat test.txt. Boom. It should display the contents of that file to your screen. Okay, now I gotta try to... Actually, he's almost dead. There we go. Mission accomplished. Although I did lose my pet. And also I have a full inventory. That's not good for looting. So, anyways, that's how you see the contents of the file. Now, that's useful and all, but you might actually want to write into a file. And for that, you're going to need a text editor.
Now head back to the shop and get me some damn coffee already!
Actually, I say that, but there really are multiple ways to add text to it. Okay, Lorelei, you know what? We don't care. We don't care.
This coffee is going to save lives, starting with mine.
Although, it is entertaining to listen to all of what they say and stuff. I mean, it is part of the game. So, alright, 28 minutes. And...
Cool, cool, cool. Very cool. Now hit the bell. That should reboot the shop or whatever. And my facial flare.
Okay, reboot.
Voila. Or whatever.
Shop's powered up. Can we get that coffee now, Barista Bot?
Oh man, no can do. We're like an eco-friendly shop, you know, so you'll have to supply your own to-go cup.
Well, bollocks. Wait, I know. There's a Malawan commander who's always got a travel mug on him. See if you can track him down.
And away
Honestly,
we go.
That caffeinated sewer juice Malawan calls coffee is practically a war crime on its own. I just want that
Oh
commander's
yeah, I was gonna
mug.
say, I thought it was right here. Alright, so now we gotta kill this guy. And we're getting close to that 30-minute mark, so I think I'm gonna hold true, split this one up.
Take out some of the rank and file to draw out the commander. That mug is mine.
And we'll just do Linux Part 2, because there's still a lot more that I want to cover in terminal command and very basic Linux usage. Alright, we still have 40 seconds. Let's kill some things and stuff and things. Alright. Oh, he's here somewhere. There he is. Caffeine Cow. Alright, and that's 30 minutes, so we're actually going to cut this off and do Linux Part 2. See ya in a bit.